Will you factor in some of the in the game tomorrow with Brisbane?
Look, the weather always is what it is here in Wellington. I think it's always a factor, but I think it's more the travelling component for the opposition. You know, no one likes to come here. I think we're pretty clear on that as well. But let's hope for. Well, I don't want rain and wind because the last time that happened against the Western Sydney Wanderers didn't really work out that well for us. So. And we've changed our style of play too, and we're a different team than what we were in the first few rounds. And so if you really want to look at smaller details, the grass is shorter. We get a bit of water on there as well and all the rest of it as opposed to earlier in the season. So we're hoping for good weather. More importantly, what we're hoping for, Courtney, correct me if I'm wrong, is we've got the cash gates at 19,000 if we get 10,000 people. And I think that's really important that we get as many people out here. The boys are playing some fantastic football. They really are. We're pressing teams. I think it's good on the eye. I enjoy watching it as well from the sideline, as passionate as I can be at times on the sideline, but it's really good to watch. So I'm happy that it is good weather, that the people come out there and support the players because they're putting on displays in the last few weeks, and that's going to continue. And we don't play at home for I can't remember how long. I think it's another 2 weeks or something like that. We've got 3 home games in a row, away games in a row. Christmas is coming up. 19,000 is not a bad little gift to give someone as well. So hopefully we get that number and more.
What do you expect from Brisbane this week on the back of 3 losses in a row?
Well, we've been there, so we know exactly what that's like and how that feels. And look, I'm expecting no different. They're a team that like to play out from the back. They do have different variations, and we've worked on trying to stop those variations. We're pretty confident that we can do that as well tomorrow. But I'd imagine that'd be hurting. After 3 losses, and expecting probably them to come out there and looking to fight for 3 points. But the focus again, Liam, is on us. We're in good shape. We're playing some fantastic football. Confidence and belief is sky high. Boys are chomping at the bit. It's been a fantastic week at training. We'll be going right at them tomorrow. We'll be pressing them again. And like I said, the players are really enjoying what we're doing right now. And they can't wait to get out there tomorrow and put another solid performance.
You said the performance last week maybe was a little bit of a drop-off from the 2 weeks previously. What have you sort of addressed or worked on?
Working on keeping the ball better this week. And again, I know there was a lot of talk about the Mariners being poor. I thought we made them poor as well. Like I said, I wasn't as good a performance, but I think maybe it was the way they set up, maybe the way they looked to play against us as well. Maybe it's my expectations being higher too on the back of the last 2 performances. But at the end of the day, you can only beat what's in front of you, and we certainly did that. And they went far away 3 games prior to that, the Mariners, and that's why you've got to give us a lot of credit because they weren't as good as they were 3 weeks prior to that. And I thought that's because of the way we played as well. So looking to keep the ball better, we're certainly looking at different options. Brisbane do play a different formation, so we've been working on how to break their lines. Keeping the ball better, getting to more goal scoring opportunities and making them count as well. But like I said, a big thing, or not a big focus, but they do have different variations of playing out as opposed to other teams. Looking at them, they're quite comfortable in different ways of trying to do that. So we want to press high and we want to be in their faces tomorrow. We're at home. We're going to take the game to them.
In Brisbane's last game against Victory, they only had 26% of possession. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's quite clear as to why that was. They had a player sent off in the first 15 minutes and the game changes very, very, very quickly. And, for a large part, Brisbane were trying to, I guess, stop the rot.
You just spoke a bit about your pressing, Mark. Is that something, perhaps the biggest change between the way you play now and the first few weeks?
Yeah, I'd say that's the biggest one, is that we're pressing higher, and part of the planning was to bring that forward, or not to bring it forward as right now, but it was always going to happen. We do play each other 3 times, so having the season mapped out was something that I wanted to do. And in that last round, the opposition second guesses, what are we going to do? Because I wanted to work on us defending certain zones and understanding how to defend, because we copped a lot of goals last year, and it's a certain area that I wanted to improve. But now we're pressing higher and we're doing well. And again, it's all dependent on the opposition and the skill sets and the player profiles of their players, and also how they play out as well. So there's different variations as to how to do that. You got to do that well. You don't press one way. Different teams press differently. Some get into a block and are happy to do that. We've got certain systems, and it can be quite complicated at times, but I've got smart footballers who are very clear and very knowledgeable. So when we ask them to do something, we work on it. But that's probably the biggest difference, is our press. But we're also keeping the ball better, and there's a lot of improvement in this team. And like I said, it's a progression. It's a form of development as well. And so far they've taken this first challenge on quite well in terms of our progression. And there's a lot more to come as well in terms of our playing style within our system.
And just on Monday, he was pretty influential last week. Do you feel he's now settled quite well in your system?
Yeah.
And fitness-wise also?
Yeah. Yeah, it's another reason why we weren't pressing as high at the start as well. We need, to do that and to do that consistently, you need to be physically able to do that. And our 2-6s are very important in the way we press. Alex Rufus, I'm really proud of him as well. Louis Fenton, there's a lot of guys there that didn't play a lot of football. But I believe in these guys, and they're good Kiwi players who have shown now that they're as good as any in the A-League. They're not the only ones. Libby Kachacha's really grown. Sapri Singh's, another one that we're working a lot with as well. There's a lot of players there who really have caught the eye. Ollie Sale has come from really nowhere, and he was exemplary in the 2 games that he played. So you talk about the Kiwi players, there's a lot of belief and confidence that I've got within them, and they're playing as good as they ever have in their careers. So we continue to go down this path. But like I said, you've got to earn your right to play week in, week out in this football team. So they need to ensure that every game matters. Play like it's your last game. So Monday he's getting better, but there's still more to come from him. That's the beauty about him. I think you've all seen now why we brought him to the football club. He hasn't let us down. We knew where he was when he first came. He could barely sprint 20 metres when he first came to the club without huffing and puffing and bending over for some air. He's come a long way, but there's a long way to go still for him, I believe anyway. There's more to come from this player, and he's another one that's really happy here. His wife's about to give birth next month, so there's a bit of personal information there for you. Probably didn't have to say that, but it's all part of the Wellington football family. We look after each other here, and he's happy, his wife's happy, so it always makes for a happy player, doesn't it?
The referee tomorrow is Kurt Ames. What do you make of the referee appointments for the Phoenix game since Kurt?
I never have ever. Sean Gill sends me the referees every week. I do not open them on purpose because it doesn't really affect me. And I've spoken to the players all the time that no matter who they are, it shouldn't affect us. It's good that we've got someone of experience. And we wish him all the best. It's as simple as that. I know what happened last week, and it is what it is. Somehow I got caught in the middle of it, Liam. But there's coaches to coaches. I don't, like I said, I don't look and open up who our referee's going to be. But thank you for letting me know, because I'm a bit superstitious like that. I don't really look at who's refereeing us until we actually walk out. But Kurt Ames, right? So there you go. Great.
An easy question to answer.
Yep.
Where's Kopczynski's injury at?
Yeah, he's out. Okay, he's out. So he hasn't come back from the hamstring strain that he suffered last week, and we don't take any risks. So he won't be part of the squad tomorrow.
Talking before about how you map your seasons out and plan it. So there is going to be a period next year where you have sort of 50 days or 5 weeks, 6 weeks on the road, essentially away from Wellington. So how, as a coach, are you going to sort of plan that out?
Well, that's different because this year I started with 10 players, Liam, right? And knowing that we had to prepare for an FFA Cup game, and our first sort of competitive game wasn't easy, right? And I take a lot of time in making sure that we bring the right players in. So I'm hoping that we've got a bigger squad and a squad that I've already worked with, that understand how we work. So that's going to be important to have a better squad to work with, and a squad by and large that I've worked with right now who understand what we're doing. It always makes it easier come pre-season because you don't have to work as thoroughly and as hard on certain aspects.
Are you closer to any January transfers?
Yes.